Like if a kid comes up to me and is like, "Trade up challenge," and just is like throws a card in my face, I'm gonna be like, no, thank you. Like, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 15. We have a lot to talk about. We just had a huge show in Dallas. The industry is looking up. We had a bunch of sells, trades, buys. It was awesome.
We're going to discuss the football games that have been happening, the basketball games that happened recently, the big nights, how Josh Allen can't get past his daddy, and more card stuff. Thank you for tuning in. We just got back from what, in my opinion, was the biggest Dallas card show of all time. Maybe not money spent-wise, but people-wise, it was definitely the most people ever attended. We had Rangers signing autographs. We had tons of trades, buys, and sales. What do you think this weekend told you about the future of the hobby, the health of the hobby, however you want to word it?
I think that the card show was obviously they're all a success when we're talking about the Dallas card show, but this one really surprised me. I think it's because I didn't realize how many people would be brought in from, who was it? Josh Young, Evan Carter, Simeon, the pitcher. What was his name?
Not Leiter, was
it wasn't Leiter. Leiter's not called up, is he?
Oh, no, he's not a person.
Anyways, there was just those three names alone. Then they came in and did card stuff with people. Ronnie has like a huge collection of Evan Carter. That was super cool, but honestly, with everything else in the industry, I feel like it's going in the right direction. I feel like it's going up. I feel like with the surge of C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, some of the rookies from football, it's kind of turning into a best case scenario for the hobby. Obviously, if C.J. Stroud were to play Brock, that might have been, but Mahomes versus Brock, or
Lamar versus Brock,
anything. Or, the Lions could still...
Even golf. People have big golf cards.
Amon Ra, Jamar Gibbs. Or Laporta, who could be one of the best tight ends ever. But also with how much people were open and wax really showed me, and the singles moving. Now, all that being said, it's obviously down. It's in a down market.
For sure.
But being in a down market, it was super busy. Super, super busy the whole time. And I really liked what I saw, and I think it's trending back into where, where it was. Not 2020 days, but like, I think that with, we saw 3 cases opened right at it was like bam, 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 and then box after box after box, and it was almost like it's not slowing down.
No, it's not.
It's harder it's like we had to buy 2 more cases of Prism. We sold out of all our cases of Prism from other dealers just to, because we're in the
help
front.
Our supply.
Yeah, help our supply. And so, and I think we broke even or made $20 a box maybe. And that's just to give the people what they want, right?
Correct.
So for me, I think it's great. I think that the hobby is strong. And I think a lot of the people that thought that they were going to get rich quick, those people have kind of filtered out. People that are willing to stay and hustle and play in the now and do what we need to, do to survive and keep going. I think now we're getting a lot more of that type of people into the hobby, which is good. It's good to collect. It's good to flip. Whatever you want to do, just have a game plan. But I saw a lot of that at this show, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah, right now I would definitely say it's the craziest time of the year when it comes to cards going like this and this, because it's like Mahomes and Lamar are playing each other. One of them's unfortunately going to lose.
Yeah.
So it's like,
one can go.
Who's it going to be? The cards. Somebody's cards are going to go like this. Somebody's cards are going to go like this. Like last weekend, it was Stroud and Lamar. Me personally, I know you agree. I don't think Stroud's cards and for the other side, Jordan Love should drop at all because of the fact that before the season, if I told you both of them,
nobody expected them to be
they both had. If I told you they both were going to lose in the divisional round of the playoffs, we would have all said you're crazy.
Yeah,
the Texans were projected like 5 wins. I think the Packers were like 6 or 7.
Both are very good, by the way. Very good quarterbacks. Just went up against crazy
the number 1
defenses.
seeds. They both the
number 1 seeds and the defense. And as much as people will hate on Lamar, when he gets that
he's a special talent.
pass run option, you can't guard that.
No, he's a special talent.
People are like, oh, Lamar didn't have. He had 4 touchdowns.
The weather wasn't great.
It wasn't, and he was throwing. He didn't throw a lot of yards, but when he needed it, they did it. And the Texans defense is good. Yeah, they're not. I bet you they're top 10 to 15 defense.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Also, like, their Packers are a good kicker away from being in the NFC Championship.
That's true.
Or Jordan Love, if he doesn't try and go too crazy on that one throw and throw an interception, he throws it out of bounds instead. We might be having a different conversation. It might be Jordan Love and Jared Goff in the NFC Championship.
Jordan Love? I've been telling people, like, I think this kid's gonna be good, right? Mm-hmm. From the start, even when he had his slump. But for football, more than any other sport, it's a what have you done for me lately?
100%.
And it should not be. You should look at the body of work and give. Perfect example. People are crapping on Bryce Young. He literally had the worst team by far in the NFL. Defensive, everything. He has good defensive players on his team, but so people are like just saying, "Oh, that was such a bad pick by them." Obviously, the first year is going to look like a bad pick because what we had when C.J. Stroud, that doesn't come around. That's very rare to happen. Peyton Manning. Tom Brady exception, obviously, because of what his situation was. Team was great, obviously, and he's the GOAT. But Drew Brees, look at all the great Stafford. Did he go his first year? I don't think he went to the playoffs. Very many times, anyways. Stafford, like, I'm just thinking of gunslingers. Favre, his first year, probably didn't go to the playoffs. But, like, you got to give these guys some time to, and it's even worse for Bryce Young because they literally have to build offensive line, receivers. His best receiver is Adam Thielen, which Adam Thielen had a great year.
But he's your age.
Yeah, he's my age, and he's a good number 3.
Probably, yeah.
A good number 2. He could be a good number 2.
The hardest part for him is going to be they don't have a number 1 pick this year. They gave that up to trade up to get him.
That is true. But
the Bears have the number 1 pick.
Well, they fired the coach. Mm-hmm. They're trying to do new things, and they got to get creative. Mm-hmm. Like that's one thing I love about the Saints is we get creative. We're always way over the cap, but Mickey Loomis is a genius. And he's going to do it again, hopefully this year, and we'll see. We came on too late. We won we needed to win our last 3. We needed to beat Atlanta and the Bucks, and the Bucks are good, and we smashed the Bucks.
They said I read yesterday that they think Baker's going to get a contract between $40 and $50 million annually, which sounds so crazy.
No,
he's one of 3 quarterbacks with 2 playoff wins of multiple teams.
It's not that.
Or with one playoff on multiple teams.
Good for Baker.
Definitely, 100%.
Good for him. That team is stacked offensively. I don't care what anybody says. Evans, Godwin, and White.
White's a beast.
Yeah, White's a beast. And so I think they're going to sign him again. And that's what I thought. You said the Bucks fired their head coach. I was like, no way. They
fired the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks. But that was another thing. Football playoffs. And that might have been... But we have this same show every year. I feel like this one was better than last year's. Definitely. As far as attendance wise, because those Rangers were there and it brought more people in.
I mean, the line was like...
I mean, that's genius
100 deep every time I looked.
100.
At least.
For those 3 players, it was for sure. I think that pitcher had a lot, too. He was a little bit cheaper. Mm-hmm. But they weren't cheap. $150.
No, yeah. And I was talking to Beckett yesterday when I went. They said this was one of their best shows they've ever had. And they had people submitting the entire time.
Oh, yeah. Sure. You know us. We don't like waiting in those lines, so we wait till it dead down. And we'll get our reps to just come up to us and talk to us. I bet there was at least 5 to 10 times where I was like, I don't want to piss anybody off and go up straight to Aram because that's not, that's not right for one. For 2, that line is way too long.
Yeah,
like, I look like outside if I see it coming out the door.
You don't have to go out the line.
Yeah,
you don't have to go out the room.
And so, I think it's very healthy. Just be smart about what you do. We've talked about this many times in different podcasts. Buy the dip. Burrow, Herbert, Hurts, Lawrence, John Morant. Zion, no, Zion's actually been playing. He dropped 33 the other night.
I feel like his price is still down.
They're coming up a little bit. They are so I looked at it, downtowns were like 3,500, and I think the last one did 47.
Nice.
PSA 10 rookie. So his stuff, and they're good. They
Yeah.
have a better record than Dallas.
Yeah.
So there's also that. The Dallas played the Celtics last night. So there's Embiid dropped 72, which is crazy.
Embiid dropped 70. Or Jaylen Brown dropped 77.
Did he?
Yeah, he made Luka fall on the ground.
He didn't drop. Oh, he dropped 77.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Just showed me that.
I mean, Luka still had a triple-double. The Mavericks are one player away. One player away. Did Kyrie play?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're one player away, but we only lost by 8 to the best team in the NBA.
This is true.
Best team in the
it was a
NBA.
good game.
And Luka made it close.
Did
Luka was
Lively
balling.
play? Number 2 center for the Mavericks?
The tall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be insane.
But we need like that. We needed that Pascal Siakam. I know that we're 24-19.
They're like 8th in the West.
We need to, we don't want to be in the play-in. We got to be top 5, right?
Top 6.
Top 6. And I think we'll get there after All-Star break. We just need to get healthy, get them two playing together. Tim Hardaway's, I like him and I hate him.
He has some great games, and some games is like, bro,
dropped
can you
40
stop
this year,
shooting, please? And then
40.
it's like, keep shooting. Yeah.
It's a love and hate relationship with him. Defense needs to get better. But they hung with them. Joel Embiid dropping 72. I think he gets, because he hasn't showed up crazy in the playoffs. He hasn't been to an Eastern Conference Finals.
He's Dak.
I think
he's Dak,
except for better.
He's
Way
Dak
better.
of the NBA.
Dak has never gotten MVP.
Dak should have won MVP this year. Or he's second. That's fine.
Yeah, second. But either way.
Neither of them show up when it matters.
But at least Joel gets out of the first round.
Dak was out of the first round last year.
I mean, this year was even...
Do you know how much fun it is watching the Packers go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love? And it's just like,
but you didn't think he was good, though.
I didn't. But then he came in and embarrassed us. Somebody thought it was funny and put that all over our Instagram, making fun of me with their little laughing noises.
I mean, okay, so I feel like if you say stuff like that, that's what you get.
For sure. I absolutely
that's what you
deserve
get.
that.
But
I
I'm
hate
very
Jordan
conservative.
Love. I do not like the Packers.
And I thought I lost.
You thought the Cowboys. I mean, I think anyone who says they were confident.
What did I tell you, though, about that game? I said I think the Cowboys will win, and I'm pretty confident unless one thing happens.
We can't stop the run.
If they don't get the run stopped, but a healthy Aaron Jones, I promise
top
you,
5.
is a top maybe 3.
Yeah, he's probably in that
because he can catch out of the backfield too.
Yeah.
The only 2 I would take over him right now is McCaffrey. Shoot.
I'm taking. I think there's a handful.
Not Bijan.
Just because
Don't
of
say
age.
Bijan.
I think because we're going to talk about going towards the future.
Yeah, like next 3 years.
I mean, 2017, so he's like a year behind Derrick Henry, and he's gotten hurt a lot. I'm probably taking Bijan next 3 years. I'm probably taking Gibbs next 3 years. I'm probably taking Cook next 3 years.
No, not me. Cook?
James Cook, Bills.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably taking him.
He hasn't even had that many 100-yard rushing games, has he?
I mean, he had 200 against the Cowboys, so I just remember, hey, first down Cook. Hey,
There's
first
no
down
way.
Cook.
I mean,
hey,
well,
Cook.
so the knock on Aaron Jones
injuries
is injuries. Yes.
And he's getting a little. I mean, he's older for running backs.
2017
So
is his
7
rookie year.
years.
So he's the same year as Mahomes.
Yeah.
And there's another Deshaun was healthier than that guy. So, but all that put together, plus all the deals we did a lot of trading, selling.
It was a busy show.
A lot of kids there that we did deals with. I love seeing the youth there.
Bring your kids up to Sappy. He gives cards away.
And I love dealing with kids. Plus, I have like a basketball team worth of kids. So I love it. I love seeing kids hustle. Like if a kid comes up to me and is like, "Trade up challenge," and just is like throws a card in my face, I'm gonna be like, no, thank you. Like, because that's obviously children have picked that up,
for
right?
sure.
And they're like, okay, but if they're like, hey, I'm trying to trade up to get to this, and they give me a little bit more information, I'll be like, I'll test them a little bit, and they know what they're talking about. Like these 2 brothers that came up, they were trying really hard, and so I was like wheeling and dealing with them, and I was like this, and this. So I put some cards together, and it was like maybe like $60, $70 worth of cards. And they were like, we'll do it. And I was like, okay, you can just have them. Take them and take what you have and build off of this. And, I wish you the best, but do what you do with me. Like, wheel and deal.
Don't try to take the easiest way.
And I love seeing that. And, I deal with kids all the time here.
For
We
sure.
all do. But that is funny because Jordan's all like,
No,
if you have a kid and you really want to do a deal with Joe, send your kid to deal with him and not the father. So like a lot of fathers are trying to get the bigger cards from me, and Jordan's like, use your kid, and I was like, nope, I already know what's going on. But I do love working with the kids. That's awesome, and no, I loved it. I couldn't be there for a little bit of Friday because of Luca's Adrian Luka, not Luka Doncic, but
he just had a new baby.
Yeah, just
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I got so many congratulations at this show for the new baby. I want to say thank you first to God and everybody else so much for coming up to me and showing me love to us and our family. So thank you so much for that. He's doing awesome. Mama's doing great.
I met him
whole
yesterday.
Family, yeah.
He was sitting there not moving. There was
chill, right?
a basketball toy on the ground.
Yeah.
I put it next to him just so we can start him early. We got to get him in the NBA.
He has the longest fingers and toes. Really? His big toe looks like a thumb. And I was like, is this an alien? But no, he's been chill except for a couple of nights where Mary Lou's just had to tough it through. Like, I feel bad. I stayed up with her until he went to bed, but then I didn't wake up when he woke up at 4. But yeah, it was a great show. I'm glad I was able to make it. He came early on Monday. He was supposed to come Friday. I was going to miss most of the show. Whatnot was good. Went well. We sold a ton of cards on that Saturday night. And then trade night this is probably the most active I was at a trade night. I picked up a Chet Holmgren. Did I show you those? Cracked Ice 9.510 auto?
Yeah. And a Tatum
and
Blue
a
Ice.
Jason Tatum Blue Ice 9.5. And then I picked up some stuff for Whatnot, and everything did well. I will say it's harder to buy right now.
Correct.
And
I think everyone across the board agrees with that.
Yeah. Because people are stuck on their prices or repackers or whatever the case may be. But I saw myself selling a little bit more and doing more trades. I did buy some big lots, but I ended up taking home more cash than I brought, which isn't usually the situation with me thinking of how well the show went. So, did you personally do anything at the show?
I had a couple cards that I sold, but nothing crazy.
What was it?
A CJ Stroud downtown.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it raw?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you end up getting for that? Before or after loss?
Before. It was like Thursday or Friday I sold it. 1,900, something like that.
I mean, see, that's what I'm talking about when I say healthy. CJ Stroud raw downtown $1,000. 2019, that's not happening. 2018, that's not happening. No. So it's still strong. Good products coming out. Do we know the future? No, we don't know what's going to happen. We know right now what we have and what customers want, and that's why I said it's very healthy. I saw a lot of people doing tons of deals throughout the show, and it was awesome.
We know, arguably, in my opinion,
Rookie of the Year.
No. I mean, I think that's him or Puka, but I think the best product of the year comes out in the next month or so.
Prison basketball.
Correct. I don't know that a product this year.
I had people asking me for cases right now, and I'm like, I just can't. We can't pre-sell them.
I don't know that a product's gonna be better. Like you're talking about, the guy had almost. I mean, I know Embiid had 70 points on him, but the guy Victor Wembanyama had almost 40 points last night.
Did he?
Yeah, against him. Like,
was it a close game?
It 15.
Yeah.
10 to 15 point game, I think, is what it ended up.
They got Keldon coming off the bench now. I feel like he's doing better off the bench.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Wembanyama's team.
It is.
He had almost 40 points. He was in foul trouble because playing Embiid, but he is a beast. And
people are saying, and I love Chet. I don't think it's close right now.
I think it's close.
Really?
I think but you also got to remember. You got to remember, Chet has had an extra year. He didn't play, but he's been around NBA players. He's been training with NBA players.
Their team is so good, though.
Correct.
And they play so unselfish. And he still averages. Shea still averages.
He's got 30, yeah,
30 points a game, and he's not big. Remember, or
like
you didn't go that one, but
it's like 6'6".
Is he?
Yeah.
He didn't look that big. Well,
compared to Chet,
Luka's
he's not.
6'8". Jalen Williams 6'8". Chet 7 foot. The other Jalen Williams is like 6'9".
Dude, Kyrie looked small.
Kyrie is small. He's like 6'2".
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. He's like barely.
He's just so good with handles and fast.
That's crazy. Yeah, but probably will go down as best handles of all time, him or Steph. But I mean,
probably him.
Is
probably
Steph
him.
Short too?
6'3".
Same size, a little bit taller.
A little bit taller than Kyrie.
Kyrie can dunk though. They both can, but Kyrie can dunk better than Steph, I think.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super cool to meet either of those guys. I think are very, very intelligent basketball wise in the just like
that'd be cool.
Street smarts. Book smarts. I think that they got everything, and they're very professional.
So we have 2 big games. I know going from sport to sport. 2 big games Sunday.
Football?
Yep. Let's hear your predictions. Joseph, Sappy, who is winning?
So it's the Ravens versus the Chiefs for the AFC, and then it's the Lions versus the 49ers, and it's going to be in Baltimore and in San Francisco.
I have something to say after y'all make your predictions.
So I'm going to go with every time I've gone against them, they've upset me. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I killed it after the only thing I lost this weekend was the Texans. I took the Texans to cover. But I got everything else right, and I slammed the teams that I got right. I think you can't. Kelsey's starting to get rolling a little bit. Pacheco runs like he's Derrick Henry.
Pacheco runs like he's angry at the ground.
He is. He does. Rice is a beast.
Scalen had some good catches too against the Bills. Marquez.
Yeah, when they needed him. Yep. I think that was hard to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. Very hard. And it was a close game. It was a good game. And Josh Allen didn't turn over the ball, right? It wasn't his fault, right? I feel like he's the one who kept him in that.
They dropped an interception and he fumbled it, but their team got it back.
Yeah, so I mean, still he didn't. He didn't lose them the game.
Diggs dropped that 70-yard pass. We were talking about it.
What's up with him?
I think he wants out of Buffalo.
How old is he?
2014 he was drafted.
Yeah, he's coming towards the end.
Bring him.
Bring
him here. Let him come play with his brother. Let him be wide receiver 2.
Receiver wasn't y'all's.
Let him be wide receiver 2.
Problem at all.
If wide receiver 2, Stephon Diggs, and the other side, CeeDee Lamb,
and then Cook,
and then Ferguson, and then Derrick Henry.
Gallup is gone.
We finna be see you later.
Is his contract
stupid next year?
He's such a good guy though,
I like him a lot. How much I like him.
Yeah,
I think he's a beast, but his contract is just...
But like, they threw him the ball in the playoff game. He did well. It's like, does he not get looks?
Gallup?
Yeah.
I have no idea what the excuse is for him not doing that every game.
Like 70 yards, right? 70 yards.
His over-under was like 20.
I think they only started throwing to him because him and CD had that weird rift in the first half.
Gallup makes big...
Speaking of that, have we talked about the Cowboys losing yet?
No, we don't need to. Next.
No, I'm just... The thing about it is, the reason why is because I feel so bad for... Like,
me,
true Cowboys
your favorite
fans.
person in the world? Yeah, I do too.
True Cowboys fan. You don't think he's a true fan?
You don't think I'm a true fan?
No, I think he is. And it's just it's so defeating for them because they had this team before when they all lived. When they weren't living, and they had this great team. I mean, obviously, you saw Michael Irvin yelling from the.
Yeah, I'd have been. Yeah,
but like, on his balcony, he said everybody got to go though.
See you later.
He said CD. Everybody.
See you later.
Micah.
They don't have your heart,
can't say
bro.
that kind of stuff. Micah's a beast.
No, Micah, CD, and Dak. As much as people want to hate on Dak, I do want to keep him.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a better option, but
Tony Pollard.
He can go.
But it was. I can't believe it was like that. I can't believe it went down like that. I was like, holy crap! I knew that they could win, and I knew I predicted. I told you if they get that running game going, they're gonna kill him. But they literally on his back foot 3-step drop, not even a regular 3. He was like falling back, throwing to Dobbs, and 40 yards.
You and I could have caught it.
I mean, anybody. Yeah, it was like playing jackpot. Have you ever played that game?
Yeah, and then
with one player.
Correct.
Nobody else playing on the other end.
It was so much fun to watch.
But
I'm glad we're talking about this.
It was bad, and I had I have lots of all my like friends growing up, and you and my Mary Lou got so pissed off. She's like, I told you. She's like, she just is like, I've lived in Dallas long enough, and she knows football, but not like us. She's like, Joe, I'm telling you, this is playoffs, and da 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 da.
So glad my brother's a Packers fan. This just makes it so much better.
This doesn't. The wellness check was the funniest thing ever. I was live on Whatnot, and his brother texted me, hey, can you check on Jordan? I was like, oh, haha, because of the game. He goes, no, please check on Jordan. I was like, Jordan, are you okay? He goes, my brother's an idiot. He just is like.
I told him
he's
I told him I was jumping off my balcony.
He's a Packers fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I was like, okay, that's what I thought. But he was all like,
he was tripping.
And the whole chat and whatnot, because Jordan messes with every single person ever.
Everyone in there is Browns and Bears fans.
Yeah,
bro.
but
they
you
didn't
mess with them. You mess with every
but the Bears
single,
fans
like through the
and
season.
Commanders fans.
Everybody's like, oh, did you check on Jordan? Is Jordan okay? Da, 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 da. And then for some reason, there's like a running joke of like, Jordan was actually working at the show this weekend. I was like, who started that? Where did that come from? But
shout out Caducean. Congrats to the Eagles. They didn't do anything better than we did, and we on Twitter I can show you.
What's the biggest difference there?
We beat them in the Cancun Bowl.
What's the biggest difference though?
They lost in the Super Bowl last year.
No, this year. I think most people were
10-1, and everyone said they were the best team in the league.
Most people were expecting the Eagles to lose that game.
Eagles were favored.
I know, but still, they've lost 7 in a row, or 7 the last 8 or 6.
But Jalen Hurts is supposed to beat him.
Without AJ Brown, I'm just saying, no one was as devastated as you guys were with the Cowboys. Depressing. But we'll move on past that. Next year.
There's no next year. It's over. What about NFC? Niners, Lions. Who's going to win that game? Lions, Niners. Do the Lions have a chance?
I think they have a chance since they're there. But away from home.
Debo being out would be huge.
I think they're going to make it interesting. No, he's playing.
He's playing?
That's what I was told. I was told he's playing.
As much as him and C.J. Gardner-Johnson talk to each other, he has to play. And he just has to run Gardner-Johnson over because that guy runs his mouth like crazy.
He backs it up.
Nah,
he had an interception last game.
Again, who they play? Oh, Baker. Yeah, true.
Their defense is better with him on it. I think Niners win, but I think Lions cover.
What's the line? 7? Before the season, I said Niners Chiefs, so I'm going to stick with that also.
Okay.
Someone on TikTok posted this. Like, some news station posted this thing. Like, they were talking about their initial...
It's like they accidentally leaked something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was Ravens and Niners, wasn't it?
Yeah, wait. Reba, Usher, and Post Malone are to perform at the Super Bowl, but they said 49ers and Ravens.
Well, they said this. The logo colors of the Super Bowl.
No, they actually said the teams.
3 years in a row have matched.
Yeah,
and this year is Niners Ravens. I can't wait.
Weird?
That's it's gonna be really weird watching Lamar cry after Mahomes beats him, just like Josh Allen did. Do you see him throwing snowballs and him waving bye?
Who?
Mahomes.
Oh, they do the snowballs at him. Yeah.
Mahomes like, bye, son. See you next year.
He's so good though.
Imagine being.
But it's not going to be a good weather, right?
Imagine being top 5 of your position. Go to work every day. And at the end of the year, you try to get a bonus. It's like, nope, your dad's still there to beat you. Then you're Josh Allen.
That's crazy.
No, it's not gonna be good weather. It's cold in Baltimore.
It's not a dome in San Francisco either, so
it could be raining.
I can't believe that they don't have all things to be domes.
Every single stadium should be a dome.
It should be.
Why?
Because they want the elements to play a factor.
So added into football, and so like.
Dude, that was terrible. Like when people's beers was freezing and like their drinks, you couldn't even drink it.
Yeah, well, they don't have to play there at least.
Well, yeah,
Where was that?
Kansas City. They pulled the water out of the fridge.
Where Mahomes' helmet got cracked.
Oh yeah, was it because it's cold?
Probably had.
That probably helped.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have for the next 10 years? She's gonna give us 2 players, and we're gonna pick who we'd rather have.
Okay.
Yes, as a fun little game to end this podcast.
Okay.
And y'all can discuss after why. Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert?
Herbert, it's not close.
Why? Because
Trevor Lawrence is not shown to be that guy, and Herbert has people. I mean, he just has all the talents of being that guy, just with the horrible.
So just to go off that, Trevor Lawrence beat Justin Herbert in the playoffs last year.
Justin Herbert didn't give up 40 points or whatever it was in the second half.
But
he didn't score enough also.
Trevor had to come back on that. I would probably take that's a close one for me. Really close. Man,
please let him have a good offensive coach next year.
I think I'm taking Herbert as well. I think he's a little bit more skilled than him. He's bigger than him. Or they're about the same size.
Similar size.
I think I would slight edge Justin Herbert.
Okay, Jalen Hurts or Jordan Love?
Jordan Love.
Why?
Because Jalen Hurts has the all-star team around him and couldn't win it last year. He's only going to get worse.
Those are two quarterbacks he hates.
I hate both teams. I hope they don't win a single game the rest of their career, both of them.
My God.
Well, Jordan Love is his brother's favorite team, and he's a Cowboys fan. Eagles is Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts had one of the best teams of all time around him last year and couldn't win the Super Bowl. They're all getting older now. The team's money's going to kick in at some point, so I don't know that. And Jordan Love has a bunch of 15-year-olds on his team that they're just going to keep getting better.
He's saying everything because, he's also biased because he's a Cowboy fan. In my opinion, a lot of that's bias. I think it's a lot closer for me.
I'd say it wasn't close. I just said.
Wait, but are we saying 10 years on your team?
Yeah, 10 years on our team going forward, right?
I'm just saying 10 years from now on their team.
What do you mean?
10 years from now, who we think would be better? The next 10 years, who's going to be better? That's what I'm saying.
A long time for quarterbacks.
Oh, how long? 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years or what? Oh, okay. Who do I think is gonna be better?
Who has the? Yeah.
Ooh, I might change my last one. I thought it was who I'd rather take.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No, I was saying
Oh, I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be better than Justin Herbert's because they can't do anything right in San Diego.
Oh, they're in Los Angeles
or wherever in Los Angeles.
Well, they're getting a new coach. They're gonna get rid of some old fellas.
They got a new offensive coordinator last year, and a lot of people thought he was gonna do good for them. Their receivers are old.
98, yeah. Well, they have Quentin Johnston.
I switched my answer to Trevor Lawrence in the next 5 years. I think he will do better than Justin Herbert and on the Jaguars than him because I feel like he has a better team around him now today. He has a good head coach already set in place, so he has more things that are already in position. What he's talking about is Herbert's getting this, he's getting this, he's getting this. We don't know if that's going to work or not. It's shown not to work. They've had one of the worst. I don't know how the head coach stayed there that long, but that's why I'm changing it to Trevor Lawrence. The second one, in the next 5 years, I would have to go with this one's harder than the last one. I think they're gonna fire their head coach.
They fired defensive.
He's not the Eagles, and because I heard he's not a players coach, and they have a lot of disagreements with, and a lot of people just want to punch that dude in the face. Even everybody.
That's me. Line me up.
He just has that
Floyd Mayweather right to the dome.
Eagles were so bad the last 6 games of the year.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I have to go with Jordan Love because, like Jordan said, I agree with him. They're all young except for the running back, and their defense is sort of young. But they're gonna lose Jair Alexander probably, right?
Mm-hmm. But
and he killed for them. I'd probably go with. It's a flip of a coin for me. I could take either. But if I had to choose, the momentum is going with Jordan Love right now. I just feel like that's a bad bet for me to take Jordan Love over Jalen Hurts. But yeah, Jordan Love.
Okay. Who do you think is going to be better for the next 5 years? Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow?
I'll go first on this one. A lot of people don't like Lamar Jackson for whatever reason. He's a winner, though. Look at his career record. If he gets started running and you don't figure it out, it's hard to stop that. If Joe Burrow stays healthy, I'm going with Joe Burrow.
I agree.
His health, he's already been hurt for 2 years almost, and he's only been in the league for 4.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the big concern. I like Burrow personally, but
I think Joe Burrow, though healthy, will be up with behind Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons or TJ Watt?
I'll go first on this one again because I know you're partial to Parsons, but I'm gonna say TJ Watt because TJ Watt seems to do a little bit more. He has better stats every year that he's been in. Micah's been in the league. He's only 2 years older or 3?
4.
4 years.
That's
5 years.
That's the reason I'm gonna say Micah. It's because of the age.
I feel like Micah gets held more, and so that sucks for him more. I think we can say the NFL will look at it, but I'm going to go with, oh my gosh, this is a flip coin too. I'm glad you picked hard ones. I think TJ had a better year this last year. I'm gonna go with TJ Watt.
Your dad's a hater. I'm going with Micah. Because obviously.
But see, that's biased.
He's 4 years younger. That's why I'm going with Micah. He has 4 years on him. But very
Micah,
similar skill level at this point.
TJ Watt's done better than Micah since he's been in the league.
He's also,
Defensive Player of the Year.
Micah's came in second last 2 years. I'm sorry.
Behind him. TJ Watt 1 year, Aaron Donald the other.
I think so.
Or no.
Or Garrett maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And then he has better stats.
Okay.
I think it's more of it's a bigger deal without having TJ Watt than Micah Parsons for the Pittsburgh, for Dallas. Dallas' defense is better overall. Or I guess they were before that playoff game.
Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase?
Oof, this is a hard one. Justin Jefferson.
If they had the same quarterback, this would be easy, in my opinion.
Justin Jefferson?
Correct. Having Joe Burrow versus having a question mark.
Really good without Joe
He
Burrow.
played very well with Jake Browning.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna take Jefferson still, but
I think it's like 1A, 1B kind of thing.
What do you mean?
I think they're that close. They played on the same college team
with Joe Burrow. That team was insane.
The only team better than that LSU team is that Miami team that had like 16 first-round picks. 100%. That's the best team of all time.
Joe Burrow would have cooked that team.
That defense was like...
None of them were guarding Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase.
Sean Taylor.
Or Terrence Marshall. Or Thaddeus Moss.
McAllister.
Or all the other first-round picks
Ray
LSU
Lewis,
had. Burrow would have diced them up. They were too busy killing people.
Okay. Sam Laporta or Jake Ferguson?
Sam Laporta.
Jake Ferguson. Sam Laporta is great. I'm not denying that. And this could easily become Kelsey Kittle next one. Ferguson is a dog.
I do.
Ferguson will run you over.
I think Ferguson is very good. I think Sam Laporta has a better tight end QB, I guess. Does that make sense? Who throws to his tight end more? Jared Goff definitely goes to him way more than that goes to Ferguson.
Ferguson caught 10 catches for 90 yards and 3 touchdowns against Packers. I know a lot of them were BS time. But
yeah, so like that was not happening during the season at all.
He had some good games. Nothing like
crazy. Did he have a 100-yard game in the season? I bet Laporta's had some 100-yard games.
I don't know, but Ferguson will beat Laporta up. He's a dog.
I have no idea who.
So it all goes to like, how does it affect the Dallas Cowboys? That's how he answers a lot of those questions.
Well, he's on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, the Hurts and Love one, like you hate Hurts more than you hate Love. I think that's what it is.
What did I say that was incorrect? Hurts had a great team around him. The team is regressing. You can't deny that. The team is getting older.
100%.
And Jordan Love's
something happened to the team in week 7.
True.
Or week
Jordan Love's
10, right?
progressing. I mean, that's not like Jordan Love's on the rise. Packers are on the rise. Eagles are on the down.
But see, that was a way harder answer for me to answer than him to answer because of the Dallas Cowboys. So there's not really, you didn't ask me any biased questions because of the Saints. A lot of his questions were biased. Falcons, I guess. Like I don't want Justin Fields to go there at all. I'd rather have Justin Fields there. We're building off of something good though.
Bijan or Kamara? For the next 5 years?
Yeah. Bijan didn't do. Kamara had another good season. Wow. I mean, no. Wait, no. But the thing about Bijan is like I expected so much more from him.
His coach stunk. Drake London's a beast. Pitts is a beast. Bijan's a beast. And they're throwing the ball to Cordero Patterson and Tyler Algier. No disrespect to them at all.
Okay, because Tyler Algier's good. Tyler Algier's good.
But I don't think he's as good as Bijan.
I think Tyler Algier coming to the Cowboys would be freaking crazy. What
about Derrick Henry?
I'd rather have Algier than Derrick Henry for the Cowboys. Me personally, I'm not a Cowboy fan. Just as a football fan, for y'all to be a better team.
Derrick Henry was
Algier
top
over
3
Henry.
Or 4th in rushing yards.
There's no way. He's like 3rd year over 2015.
That's fair.
Right? 15?
Yeah, but Derrick Henry.
So you're taking Henry over Algier next year to complement Pollard?
No, I'm thinking Derrick Henry to be number 1. Like, be our lead back.
But you'd rather have that than Algier and Pollard as a tandem?
Depending on the price, yeah, probably, because Henry's probably cheaper.
Than Algier?
And Pollard?
Oh, yeah. Well, Pollard's already locked in, isn't he?
Nope. He signed a 1-year deal.
That sucks for him.
See you later.
Where is he going to go? Watch him go somewhere.
Or
I'm calling it right now. He's going to the Eagles.
And he'll be
crazy there.
Yeah,
watch,
and then I'll just cry some more. What about Saquon? I would love to get Saquon. He's a free agent.
You're going to pay up for that, though. Way more than Derrick Henry. Way more.
Yeah, but he's way younger and way probably better now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's probably the best free agent running back out there.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching episode 15 with us. We always enjoy you guys watching the content. Always, if you guys want to see something or have us talk about it, controversial, whatever it may be, please put it in the comments below. We are having a trade night. Don't forget this Friday night. There's a big surprise, so make sure to come, and we will be buying with cash in hand.
If you guys are new here, drop a like and sub, please. We appreciate the support, like he said. All of our link trees in the bio, everything's there. So check us out. If you ever need help with grading, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace.